Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have polishes for the month of March for polish pickup to share with you all. Now, I have a lot of polishes to share, and I thought last month was probably going to be like the last month that I had this enormous amount of polishes, but I have a lot this month, and I think that's great. I get to share all of these swatches with you all. Hopefully, I still get the opportunity to work with all of these makers so I can share all of these beautiful polishes with all of you. Now, if you haven't heard of what a polish pickup is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers. They get together and they create limited edition items. So mainly like the nail polish, which I know a lot of you here are for, or sometimes there's cuticle oils, like nail care items, homemade little trinkets and little things, sometimes cat toys, all that stuff. And they create these items on a common theme. So every month it's a different theme. This month, the theme is Slumber Party, which is super cute. Now, some of these items are capped, meaning that there's only a certain amount of items that are created, and once they sell out, that is it. Usually you can't get your hands back on them. I know in previous months, or just with polish pickup in general, makers do sometimes add in additional polishes or items if their item does sell out. Not all the time, so don't count on it, but a good way to keep track is through the polish pickup pack through their Facebook page. That is where you'll learn if things are running low, if a maker has added anything to their cap as well. Now, the site always opens the first Friday of every month, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and it closes that following Monday. I always forget the time it closes, but I'll make sure to include that down below. Now, I think that is everything with polish pickup, I'm pretty sure. Also, I've been very obsessed with a book lately, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think probably a lot of you have read that book or the series. I'm currently on book 2, and I am extremely obsessed. I used to, back before I had kids, I would sit down and actually read like the actual book, but I don't really have a lot of time to just, carve out in my day and just like sit and relax, unfortunately. So I've been listening to the audiobook, and like it's perfect for me. So I listen to it while I'm cleaning, doing dishes, or maybe just before bedtime, or on my way to work, on my way home. And obsessed. Let me know if you are reading the series, what book you're on. Don't spoil anything for me. Or if you've already read the entire series, what do you think? So obsessed to me. And one of my friends, she actually has a YouTube channel here and over on Instagram, Carolina, Gotta Love Polish. We've been chit-chatting back and forth. So she's not giving me any spoilers, but like I'll tell her what I'm thinking, or we'll chit-chat about certain things, and it's fun. It's really fun. So let me know if you've been reading it. It's been taking up a lot of my time, but good time. So enough blabbing, let's get into these swatches. First up, we have Cadillaquer, and this is Let's Go, Are You Not Scared Enough? Priced at $14, and so far I don't believe there is a cap. It's inspired by the Blair Witch Project, so the maker used to love watching this movie at sleepovers. She and her friends were just so fascinated by the footage style and the whole myth around it, whether or not it was real or not real. But this is described as a black teal with larger iridescent flakes in various colors and small silver hollow flakies. This one was a dream to work with. I ended up building this one up in 3 coats. It was more on the jellier-like consistency, so just keep that in mind. If you have longer nails, you're probably going to want to do 3 coats as well, and I think short nails, you're going to benefit from the 3. This one is absolutely stunning. Those iridescent flakies are just the star of this show. I love how this doesn't look completely like black. I know with darkened bases, some polishes tend to lean black, and then that's it. You can definitely see that there's an undertone to this, and it gives it like this lighter look, if that makes any sense. The beautiful iridescent flakies shine from within, so even with a darker base, it's really giving those flakies an opportunity to twinkle and shine. And I think it speaks for the formula as well. If it wasn't this jellier-like consistency, I think those flakies probably would have drowned within the base, but this is perfect. And the sprinkling of the hollow flakies, everything about this polish is just so beautiful. Pictured are 3 coats of Cadillaquer, Let's Go, Are You Not Scared Enough? With a glossy top coat. Next up is Garden Path Lacquers, and this one is Woodland Nap. It's priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. It's inspired by May and her Woodland Nap with Totoro. I think hopefully I pronounced all of those names right, but I googled it because I wasn't too sure, and it looks like a cute little cartoon. But anyways, it's a clear base packed with holographic microflakes, fine particle red shifting shimmer, and blue holographic micro glitter. Now, all of these components are super jam-packed in there, which I appreciate, because usually with micro glitters, I always find it really difficult to do like cleanup and get the really sharp line that I like. And usually and because of that, it's usually not my favorite type of polish, but because everything is so jam-packed in here, it just looks like a solid polish on the nail. Like you can barely see any scarcity on the nails because all of the holographic glitters, micro glitters, everything is just, there's a lot of it. There's a lot. Now that red shifting shimmer, you can get hints of it on the nail, but because of all the other, the base color in here, it's mostly looking a little bit pink. Anyways, to me, but it's a beautiful polish. I did 2 coats. I think long nails you may want to do 3. Honestly, short nails 2 or 3 is just going to be your preference as well. I thought this was very pretty. I love the like periwinkle sort of shade, even though I guess it could lean periwinkle at certain angles, and then it leans like purple at other angles. I guess it's just what you're seeing and how you look at it in certain lighting, but it is a beautiful polish and I enjoyed it. Pictured are 2 coats of Garden Path Lacquer's Woodland Nap with a glassy top coat. Here we have Gin and Berries, and this is light as a feather. It's priced at $13.25 and capped at 500 bottles. So it's actually a collab with Alchemy Lacquer. So the inspo behind it is light as a feather, stiff as a board, levitation trick. So Alchemy is going to be doing the stiff as a board. I don't have that one to show, but I'm sure you can find pictures on the Facebook group. This one is a light blue jelly with red, orange, gold green shifty shimmer and packed with holographic flakies. I don't know why it was so difficult for me to say that, but this is absolutely stunning. I ended up building this one up in 3 coats and I thought it was perfect. The holographic flakies are so chunky. I feel like chunky is not the right word because it's like not a pretty word, but you know what I mean. Like they're just like large and in charge, and I'm all for it. And it's just like sparkly dress vibes, sort of like Cinderella, but I know Cinderella is like that light blue shade like her dress, but still I'm just in love with the color, with the base, with the shiftiness. Like it's just everything that I need in one bottle. I think long or short nails, 3 coats is going to be best for you. This is absolutely stunning. It is super shifty and you don't even have to do a lot to see all those beautiful colors. I love it. Pictured are 3 coats of Gin and Berries, light as a feather with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Zombie Claw. This one is dead tired. It's priced at $13.50 and there's only 300 available. It's inspired by playing with Monster High dolls at sleepovers. It's a great base that glows in the dark blue. It has Aurora shimmer and silver reflective glitter. And then to see the glow in the dark, of course, you're going to use your UV light to charge it up. But unfortunately, I didn't realize that this was glow in the dark when I swatched it, so I don't have any photos of it glowing in the dark, but you're going to see how beautiful it looks on the nail just itself. I built it up in 3 coats and it was just so pretty and so delicate. I feel like this is so different for Zombie Claw, at least like the past few like pickup polishes we've had. They've been more on like the darker side, and this one is just so like fairy-like, so sparkly. The silver reflective glitters, there's not it's not like jam-packed in there. It's just enough to give it that twinkle and sparkle. So if you're not a big fan of reflective glitter but you love, sparkly things, like this is perfect. It's definitely perfect. I love that beautiful gold Aurora shimmer. It just makes this polish look super glowy and just so pretty, and it's like the perfect components to make this polish just stand out. The like sparse layout of the reflective glitters, the beautiful golds like Aurora shimmer, and then you're like, I know it's a great base, but I see pink. Maybe, I guess at this angle you can see a little bit of the purple as well. But I think everything, mixed into this polish just makes it such a beautiful, dainty, pretty color, appropriate for like any time of the year. And especially like if you can't really wear bright colors at work, or, if you're just looking for something a little more on the neutral end, but you want, you know, a little pop of something sparkly on your nails, this is perfect for it. I think long or short nails, 3 coats is going to be best for you. You may see some visible nail line depending on how prominent your nail line is, but it's still a very beautiful polish. And I didn't really find it to be super like textured when it dried down, not like your usual like reflective glitter polishes. I didn't think that I needed to use a glitter smoother, but I mean, you can always benefit from one anyways, especially if any polish has reflective glitter, so you can get, you know, a more smoother, plumper look. Pictured are 3 coats of Zombie Claw Dead Tired with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Wildflower Lacquer. This is Paws Over People. It's priced at $13.75, and it doesn't look like there is a cap. It's inspired by the maker's pack of fur babies. It's a purple leading indigo base with pink gold shifting shimmer and holographic flakes. And on the Polish Pickup website, it says that there's been reports of light staining from the shimmer, so just remember to wear a good base coat. I personally didn't have any issues with staining. I didn't keep the polish on for very long, so just keep that in mind as well. I ended up building this up in 3 coats to get the most vibrancy and the most color payoff. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to be perfect for you. I love the bright base that this has, and I'm in love with the pink to gold shifting shimmer, and of course the holographic flakies, because like, come on. But there's so many polishes this month that have holographic flakies, so if you love those, good luck. Good luck this month. But anyways, back to this polish. It is stunning. Wildflower Lacquer always like hits it out of the park. The shifting shimmer in here is just so pretty. I think long or short nails, did I mention that already? I don't know. I think 2 to 3 coats is going to be best for everybody. I feel like this one gives off like a foiled type of look. I don't know, like I just see like a foil polish, and I think it has to do with just like the amount of holographic flakies that are in here, and I guess the size of the flakies like against the base, so they look silver against this like bright purple base, so that's why it's giving me like foiled type look. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it looks pretty, but like firsthand when I'm looking at it, I don't see like holographic flakies. I just see like a foily type of polish. But I like that. I like how polishes can look different to everybody, or just like different at different angles. But either way, I thought this polish was very fun. Definitely a summer and spring appropriate polish. I mean, wear it in the winter if you want a pop of color as well. It's very pretty. Pictured are 3 coats of Wildflower Lacquer Paws Over People with a glossy top coat. Here we have Rogue Lacquer, and this is Boys. It's priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. It's inspired by the slumber party scene in the 1994 movie The Little Rascals. I love the inspo. I love it. I think it's so cute. It's a pale lavender base with soft pink to gold shimmer and scattered hollow sparkle. This is just like so pretty. It is very different than my usual like Rogue Lacquer polishes that I'm used to. We all know Rogue Lacquer for their beautiful flaky polishes, but this is just so light and delicate, and I feel like a lot of makers honestly like went outside of their normal for like creating polishes this month, which I mean, I'm not complaining. I love it. This one built up beautifully in 3 coats for me. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to be, you know, it's just going to be your preference, but it took me by surprise how much I really enjoyed it, and I think it's because of how much shiftiness you have going on. The scattered hollow sparkle, you can see it, but like very delicately. It's in there, but it's not gonna like catch your eye right away. Like you can see as I'm moving my hand, that dainty sparkle that catches the light. The like main part of this polish, or like the biggest portion that you're going to be really noticing, is the pink to gold shifting shimmer. It just, I don't know, like something about it is just so different. I don't feel like I have something quite like this. I have polishes that have like that same base color, but nothing that has like that prominent, strong, shifty shimmer that you see in here. I really enjoyed this one. I think it's a very pretty polish, and I think a lot of people will as well. Pictured are 3 coats of Rogue Lacquer Boys with a glossy top coat. Here we have polish, and this is Would You Rather. It's priced at $14, and there is no cap, and it's inspired by playing Would You Rather at sleepovers. It's described as a delicate lavender with holographic flakes and bright aqua, teal, green, blue shifting pigment. Another beautiful polish that has a holographic flakies. I am just obsessed this month with all of these beautiful hollow flaky polishes. This one built up beautifully for me on 2 coats. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to be best for you depending on your preference. But I love the ethereal look of this polish. It is a delicate lavender, but because of all that beautiful shifting pigment, it gives off this beautiful bold look. Definitely something where you can wear if you need something a little more like not intense, but I mean the glow in itself is just so pretty, and it really makes up this polish for sure. I'm really loving the scattering of the holographic flakies. It's definitely jam-packed in this polish, but it doesn't take away from the other components, which is all that beautiful shifty shimmer. You can definitely see a lot of the teal. You can definitely see a lot of that beautiful green, and then the aqua as well. So definitely, you know, what's stated in the description is what you're going to get, and it's what you're going to see. Pictured are 2 coats of polish Would You Rather with a glassy top coat. Here we have Polished for Days, and this is what dreams are made of. It's priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. It's inspired by the Lizzie McGuire movie, which I loved watching Lizzie McGuire growing up. It was definitely one of my favorite shows. This one is a silvery pale purple base with a strong blue purple shimmer and holographic sparkling flakies. Another beautiful hollow flaky polish is killing me this month with all of these beautiful hollow flakes and all of these polishes. I built this one up in 3 coats. I think long or short nails, 3 coats is going to be best for you. The glow in this polish is absolutely amazing. I feel like Polished for Days always does this with their polishes. They put in this amazing glow that just glows from within. It's so pretty. 3 coats is just perfect. I know sometimes it can be a turn off when you have to build up a polish in 3 coats, but honestly I think of it as like the polish building up in intensity and giving you like its full capacity of beautifulness, if that makes sense. But another one that I'm a big fan of, definitely something I would wear in any season. If I would just felt like looking a little glowy, having something fun on the nails, this is definitely the polish for that. Pictured are 3 coats of Polished for Days, what dreams are made of, with a glossy top coat. Here we have Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is Whispers and Giggles. It's priced at $12, and there is no cap. It's inspired by the secrets shared at sleepovers, and it's described as a cool-toned lavender glowing with iridescent shimmer that shifts orange, gold, and green. Another beautiful, like, delicate sort of polish. I had this freaking hair in the mix. Ugh, so annoying, but another beautiful, glowy, dainty sort of polish. Again, something that I feel like I'm not used to seeing with Night Owl Lacquer. I mean, maybe there have been, but maybe I just associate certain polishes, certain colors, certain types of like formulas with certain brands. But I think they did a fantastic job with this one. I built it up in 3 coats. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to work best for you. It's just one of those polishes where it's like my type of neutral. You know, like I don't like your classic cream neutrals. I prefer something where it's either going to have some glitter, some shimmer, some glow to it. And that's like my sort of palette cleanser. This one, the glow is just out of here, like out of this world. You can definitely see the orange, you can definitely see the gold, and for sure you can see the green, which I love. I love when I'm reading off the different shifts and I can see every single one of those. Obviously, like the gold orangey is more predominant, but you can still see the green at certain angles. On the Polish Pickup website, which I'm actually looking at right now, it's hard to see in like the swatcher photos that green shift, but in person you can definitely see it as you move your hands around. It's definitely there. It's such a pretty polish, definitely an all year round sort of polish as well. And there you have it. Pictured are 3 coats of Night Owl Lacquer, Whispers and Giggles with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Glisten Glow, and this one is Secret Crushes. It's priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. So it's inspired by, you know, the Jill, the maker. She used to host, well, her parents used to host tons of slumber parties, and she remembers just having so much fun gossiping and telling all of her friends about her secret crushes and vice versa. which I think is very fitting for the theme. So this one is described as a vibrant teal with green undertones loaded with larger particle color shifting shimmer that shifts from red, pink, orange, gold, green with added hollow micro flakies. So lots of stuff going on in here, and it is glorious. I built this one up in 3 coats and I thought it was perfection. I think long or short nails, 3 coats is going to work best for you. I love everything about this polish. I love the vibrancy of the undertone of the base color. I love the beautiful shifts that you see. Definitely see a lot of the pink. I see a lot of the orange and definitely a lot of gold. Red I can see at like extreme angles or just like really embedded within like the base of the polish. And of course, here we have our hollow flakes. These are hollow micro flakes, either or. I love any kind of any type of like hollow flakies. It just adds that extra sparkle and just makes it look so pretty. Definitely a polish that I would wear in the summertime, in the fall. Honestly, like I would wear it all year round. I just think it's that perfect shade of green where you can get away with, you know, wearing it at any time or any season. I mean, of course, you can wear whatever you want whenever, but a seasonal polish wear. And I like to wear certain polishes around certain holidays or certain seasons. But I love this one, a fantastic formula. I'm usually not used to like Glisten Glow having to do 3 coats, but I think for this one, it gave the opportunity for you to really see all of the different shifts within the polish. Like the polish was able to build up and you were able to see all the beautiful shifts. So like I said, sometimes 3 coats isn't a bad thing. It just gives polishes the opportunity, or formulas the opportunity, to really build up what you see in the bottle. Pictured are 3 coats of Glisten Glow Secret Crushes with the glassy top coat. Glisten Glow is also bringing us their dry and prep, and it's priced at $10 and there is no cap. Fortunately, I have polish on when I was filming this, so I'm not gonna be able to show it to you on my nails. But what it is just a liquid dehydrator, and it self-corrects. It's for your nail plates, so your nail beds, and it self-corrects the nail plate's pH balance. So it preps your nails for maximum adhesion of like your base coats, and then of course your nail polish. So, you know, if you're like prepping your nails, you're putting your cuticle oil, cuticle butters, like nail cuticle remover, all of that. Sometimes you get that residue on your nails or your nail beds, and you really don't want any of that because the polish isn't going to really stick. Like, you're not going to have a long-lasting mani, so you really need to clean it out, wipe away all of that residue, and this dry and prep does that. It's so easy to use, like, and this stuff really lasts me a while. What I'm showing you is a bottle that I owned, and that I use, so it's not completely full because I do use it, but I just take a little bit and I place it on the nail beds. It makes them nice and dry. Any oil, any residue that's on there, it just like vanishes, and it really does help with the longevity of my polish. I don't personally get long wear with my polish because of my profession, and just because I'm a mom and I'm just busy all the time. But for what it is, like, I can have a mani last for a good like 2 days, which I find good for me. If you're not a nurse and you don't have crazy little kids running around, you're gonna get longer use, a longer lasting mani, especially if you're dehydrating the nail plate. And using, of course, like a base and top coat. But I love this stuff. I've used it a whole bunch of times. Again, I have my own bottle, and now I have a nice new bottle, thanks to Jill from Glisten Glow for sending this over. But there you have it, the Dry and Prep by Glisten Glow. Next up, we have Jior Courture, and this is a beautiful Slumber. It's priced at $13.50, and there's only 300 available. It's inspired by a pretty slumber party setup, which I can totally see in my mind right now looking at this polish. But it's a bubblegum pink when cool, so this is a thermal, to warm pink toned beige with copper, gold, green, red shifting aurora shimmer, and added powder pink glitter. So you can already see it shifting on my nails. I am always all over the place when it comes to temperature, and when I'm swatching, sometimes I'm super cold, sometimes it's warm. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But this builds up beautifully in 3 coats. It is more on the thicker side, so just keep that in mind. I think long or short nails, 3 coats is going to be fine for you, but just keep in mind when you are polishing, you want to stick with thin coats, so that you don't get any clumpiness or any like streakiness when you are polishing your nails. So you can see right here, it is going over to its a warmer state, which is that like pink toned beige. And then towards the end of my nails, you definitely see the more bubblegum, why can I say bubblegum? Bubblegum pink. I think because I want to say everything all at once. But towards the end of my nails, the pinky and the ring finger, you're seeing that beautiful bright pink color. Now it does get even more vibrant and more pink if you are a little bit colder, so to keep that in mind. I really enjoyed the glitters that are in here. They're very dainty and they really like blend into the nail. Like it gives you a sort of like pond effect. Not that the polish is like engulfing the glitters. They're just very dainty, and I think it works perfectly with the inspiration for this polish. It's very pretty. It's like a mix of like, I want neutral nails, but never mind, no, I want bright nails. So you get like two worlds in one. But it's a very pretty polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Jior Courture, a beautiful Slumber with a glossy top coat. So Jior Courture is also bringing us a cuticle balm, and it's called Glaze Me Up. It's priced at $16 and there's 100 available. So you will get a 6-ounce container. This is in the scent Bubblegum. And it's not too overbearing. I'll just say that right now. It's a very light scent. It's made up, the cuticle balm in itself, it's made up of a lot of nourishing oils. It's vegan wax. It looks intimidating in the jar. Like you'd think, oh my goodness, is it really gonna leave my hands and my cuticles super greasy? But honestly, it does not. It is very light. It doesn't leave any sort of like film or anything behind. It really moisturizes your skin, drinks it up, and again, the scent is super light. I've been using this for the past couple days, and it really is a nice treat on the skin. Over where I live right now, it's been super cold, in the 20s, 30s, and my hands have been suffering, and this stuff has really helped bring back the life into my nails and into my like fingers. I will take this and like swipe it on top of like the tops of my hands as well, just to give it some moisture. But I really enjoyed this for the past couple of days that I have been using it. I think it's a great cuticle balm, and I love the scent. It's not overbearing, it's just enough. Next up, we have Dawn Polish, and this is Till the Music Stops. It's priced at $13.50, and there's 600 available, and it's inspired by late night rock band parties. It's a deep purple base with a shimmer that shifts gold, green, and blue. Such a simple explanation for such a powerful, impactful shade. My purple polish lovers, you are going to be obsessed with this one. Now, I built it up in 2 coats. Looking back now, I could have probably done 3, but I think 2 coats was fine on my short nails. I think longer nails, 2 to 3, is just going to depend on your preference and your nail line. Oh my goodness though, but can we just stare at this? Because the intensity of this polish, the vibrancy, the shimmer that is jam-packed in this little bottle is just ridiculous. It is so beautiful. I feel like it's a purple polish, a deep purple polish, but it's just something's different about it. It's definitely different. Like I see it and I see purple, but I think because there's so much shimmer, shifty shimmer in there, that it just, I don't know. I don't have anything quite like this in my collection, I should say. It's just different. Like it gives you this beautiful metallic-like glow. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love it. I think anybody who is my skin color, darker, lighter, this is also going to look amazing on you. I know this month is tough. I know this month is going to be tough. Oh my goodness. But anyways, pictured are 2 coats of Dawn Polish Till the Music Stops with a glossy top coat. Here we have BCB Lacquers, and this is Take One Fortune Card. It's priced at $13.50, and there's a cap of 400 bottles, and it's inspired by Girl Talk. It's a lilac crelly with pink, orange, gold flakes, green, blue, purple flakes, and blue metallic flakes. Definitely a girly type of color for sure. I am in love with this lilac sort of shade. I think it looks very flattering on my skin tone. I don't know, something about these like pink to purple sort of shades I always get drawn to. Now, I put this up in 2 coats. As you probably could tell on the second coat, it was a little bit thicker, but I think because there's so many flakies that are involved or jam-packed in this polish. So just keep that in mind. You want to work with thin coats. I think long or short nails, 2 to 3 coats is going to work for you depending on how thin you are going in with your coats. I'm usually more on the thicker side of coats, so usually I do 2 and it works for me. But I think this polish would benefit from 3 thinner coats, and you're really going to see a lot of that payoff with all of those beautiful flakies. I love the mix of like your metallic flakies, and then I know there's not iridescent flakies in here, but it looks like there is. But maybe it could just be like the metallic that's shifting through. Either way, this is such a pretty delicate shade. Not delicate. The flakies in the polish are delicate, but the color itself it's not too bright, not too overbearing, but it's still a beautiful shade of lilac. Again, I'm really drawn to those lilac, those pink to purple sort of shades. I don't know. There's one polish, I think it's from Essie. I think it's a cream. I forget the name, but I remember it was one of the first shades that I was drawn to on the more, I don't want to say neutral end, because like this lilac shade is definitely not neutral, but for me, the types of polishes that I enjoy, it was definitely on the neutral side. And then ever since then, I've just always had an eye for these sorts of colors. Anyways, I am rambling. Pictured are 2 coats of BCB Lacquers Take One Fortune card with a glossy top coat. And I think for this one, I just use a glossy top coat, but if I wear this again in the future, I'd probably end up doing like a glitter smoother and then my glossy top coat. Not that there was texture or anything, but I find that with polishes that have a lot of flakies, I benefit from using a glitter smoother just to get the more plump, juicier type of look. And the last polish that I have to share with you today is from Cuticula, and it's called Dream a Little Dream, priced at $13.50, and there is no cap, and it's inspired by sleepovers. It's a red violet base with red orange gold green large particle shifting shimmer. Ooh, this large particle shifting shimmer along with the hollow flakes, they get me every time. Large particle shimmer is definitely a formula or a component in a polish that I've grown to recently love. I built this one up in 3 coats, and you can instantly see how much more vibrant it was on that 3rd coat. Oh my goodness, it is so sparkly and so vampy, and I love this. And I'm trying not to enable, but it's really hard. It's so velvety. Like, I love how velvety it looks. It's so smooth. There's no texture in this polish. And I know it's a like red violet sort of base, and I think maybe this is why I'm loving it so much, because like you have the beautiful bright red shade, but then you also have the violet that's in the mix, and it just gives it like a glow and a shift from within, from that base on top of your beautiful shifting shimmer that is in this polish. I thought the formula was fantastic. I think this is gonna look amazing on everybody. It gives me like vampire vibes. Definitely gives me vampire vibes. But this is definitely a polish that I would love to wear any season, honestly. Like, I feel like a lot of these polishes that are available this month, I definitely would rock any time of the year. I don't know. I really enjoyed swatching all of them, especially this one as well. All so pretty. Pictured are 3 coats of Cuticula Dream a Little Dream with a glossy top coat. All right, everybody. Usually I try to narrow down like 1 or 2. I couldn't, and there's 5. So these are polishes that if I didn't receive them in PR, I would be purchasing on my own. First one being Dawn Polish, and this one is Till the Music Stops. This one was absolutely gorgeous. Like, these shifts were amazing. Oh, look at that. On camera, you see more of this bronzy, penny-like shift, and it looks so much deeper. But in person, I'm seeing like that violet blue brightness. I love how it's such a chameleon of a polish. It's so pretty. The formula was fantastic, very easy to build up. It's a beautiful polish, I think, for all year round. Another one being Cuticula, and this one's Dream a Little Dream. Oh, I just love red polish. I love red polish. This is just so pretty. Formula amazing. Of course, Cuticula does a great job. The flakies are so dense and packed in there. It just looks fantastic on the nails. It's just such like a sassy polish. So pretty, like so velvety. Another one, Cadillaquer. This is Let's Go, Let's Go. Are you not scared enough? I didn't think that this was going to be something that I really enjoyed. Not that it isn't a pretty polish. I think it's a beautiful polish. But you know, you kind of like pick and choose the ones that you want to favorite or the ones that you would purchase. And I was like, oh, this is pretty, but I don't know if it's going to be like in my picks at the end of my video. But it definitely is. It built up beautifully in 3 coats. The flakies are not too small. They're not too big. They definitely stand out. They give this beautiful, like almost pond-like effect, but not really, if that makes sense. You have this darker base, but the flakies still pop. And it's because it's more of like a jellier like consistency, which honestly, sometimes with jelly polishes, even so, like glitters or flakies kind of get swallowed up if it's darker, if you know what I mean. Like almost like you have a piece of paper, right? And you spill something over top and it like conceals the color of that paper, you know what I mean? But this one doesn't do that. It's very pretty. Again, something I'd wear all year round. Glisten Glow. This is Secret Crushes, and I mean, it's bright, it's fun, it has hollow flakies, it's super shifty. I put this on my nails and I was like, oh my God, like a lot of these I just didn't want to take off, or a lot of them I just don't want to put away, even though I have like my seasonal rack already and set to go. I don't want to put a lot of these away. And I'm almost thinking like, I've been doing seasonal racks, but I almost feel like wearing only a certain color for, I don't know, a couple weeks or maybe a month. I don't know. I have to think about what I really want to do, but I love this one. Formula amazing. Of course, Glisten Glow has an amazing formula, so I'm not surprised. And then the last one is from Jen & Berries, and this is Light as a Feather. I love these sorts of colors, these like periwinkle shades. It is jam-packed with hollow flakies, and if you know me, you know I love my hollow flakies. This reminds me, like these types of shades remind me of a Bee's Knees lacquer polish, a line with a thorn in his paw. Not that they're like the same or this is like a dupe, but it has like the vibe of it, right? It definitely has the vibe if you know the polish I'm talking about. But this one, you know, 3 coats for me, which I was fine with. I thought it was beautiful on the nails, jam-packed with the hollow flakies. You know, I love those. Another beautiful standout. Look how glowy it is. Look at that. Do you see that, guys? This is why I can't sit down and read. All right, that is all that I have for you today. Let me know what you plan on wish listing, what you plan on picking up. If any of these polishes that I swatched are going to be on your wish list or are already on your wish list. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one.